Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of the Big Wolf Show. How you going, Danielle?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. I was actually thinking this morning about how, I'm going to be sad when all this is over.
Me too. It's been so much fun. It's really been a blast. I can't believe you still have a voice, to be honest.
Look, you know what? Neither can I, because normally by the end of Bendigo, I don't have a voice. But I think at Bendigo, I can only bring one thermos a day. I'm using my thermos throughout the entire trip, throughout the entire 4 hours. So maybe I need to just buy another tea thermos to take to Bendigo so I can have twice as much.
I think so. That sounds like a plan.
That is the plan. Oh, yeah. Danielle, do you have any information for us this morning?
I do. So today is the last day of the Big Wolf Show. So it's not over yet, guys. So we've still got today. We've still got access to all our classes and interviews and our live stream today. But after today, they won't be available. So if there's anything that you're keen to watch, make sure you watch it. And I also recommend that you go and follow our wonderful, people who've created the classes and done the interviews. If you follow them, you'll be able to find out more. And I know Kat from Elephant Cat is planning on releasing the cable classes on her own channel. So make sure you go follow her, because not only will she have the cable classes, but I'm sure she has so much more in store for us too. So that's exciting. Today we've got an amazing lineup for you. So we've got Ronelle from Cloverleaf. We also have Erica from By Carola Down Under. We've got Julie from Dyed by Hand Yarns, and we've got, back by popular demand, Wendy from Beersheba Farm. Everyone loves Wendy. I'm super excited for today.
On Wendy's store. Just a little bit more like, hey, can I just add more to my last order?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I had some of that fleece she was showing us yesterday.
Sorry?
I got some of that gorgeous fleece she was showing us yesterday.
Oh, so you got to be quick.
There's still some there. I didn't get it all.
All right. So I'll hand over to you now.
All righty. Okay. Okay, everybody. We have got Ronelle ready. I can't even, wow, that's a good start. Got Ronelle ready and waiting. She's at her spinning wheel. Danielle's laughing at me. It's not fair. Here we go. Good morning, Ronelle. How are you going?
Hey, good morning. How are you going? What was the question?
I'm going totally fine. I think I could use some more sleep and some more moving around time each day, if that makes sense. So I didn't realize, I do like to sit a lot, but when I'm must sit for 4 hours, it's a bit that's shocking to me that I actually want to move. So, but you're inside, you're in your craft room, you've got your spinning wheel out. What are you spinning?
So I'm spinning one of the girls. Yeah, so inside, and this is the first day it hasn't been super windy today. So that's a little unfortunate. But anyway.
It's like the day.
Yes. So this is one of my girls. I've just combed her fleece out.
Oh, look at it. It's just total clouds.
So it's all it's just a bit of fluff now that I've just flicked it. So I've just flicked the ends. And
And was she scoured first, or is that she's just pretty clean?
She's just pretty clean. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which is awesome. Sorry, I keep moving away. So
No,
I don't spend enough time in here. I have a few little friends with me. So I've got
her baby.
And there's one outside.
Oh my gosh, they're guarding the door. So I'm going to have a guess here. You're on a Margicraft wheel. What kind of wheel have you got?
Yeah, so I started off with a traditional, and I now have my gorgeous little aura. So
look at that.
So my aim was, I was really taken with art yarns.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid I'm still up at the stage of spinning something and then trying to work out what I'm going to do with it. Whereas I need to start doing it the opposite way around of
yeah, it's one of those
tricks.
It's one of those tricks because like quite often, like I'm the same as you. I'm like, I'm going to spin something and I'll just let the fibre decide what it wants to be. But when you are spinning art yarn, you really do need to like plan. You need to decide what you're going to make and what kind of art yarn you're going to make.
And I've done some amazing classes, with Janet, and it's practice to make my little beehives, and then I'm really quite rubbish at them because I don't do them enough, or my little, you bring your little dingle dangles in there. So I need to find a pattern and then plan to it. But at the moment, I just love sitting and spinning. So I've got all these skeins and I'm like, what am I going to do with it? But now I know I have to dye and I need to just have a play and, based on what everyone's been saying.
Because that's the thing. Like, I've got a crate of just hand spun yarn. It's like, because it's one of those things, and you'd know this yourself. You've got to have some part of your passion business that's for you. That's your enjoyment, and it's not commercialized. You're not doing it for the clicks. It is definitely it's definitely one of those things for me. And so I have got this crate of all this hand spun yarn, and every now and again I just look at it and go, should probably do something with that. But then eventually my big crate just gets too crazy, and so I'll have a sale of my hand spun. That's like, someone would be like, what's the content? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a kind of a lucky dip. Like, I lost the tag. I didn't intend to sell this. So.
I know. Yeah, like I've got some real like hand spun. Like this is one of my grey girls, and I'm like, what am I going to do with it? But so I'm thinking maybe I need to find a nice pattern. I've seen so many nice patterns today. I'm just trying to check if it's itchy.
All right.
That's my itch test.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Does anyone else do itch testing? That's what I do.
Absolutely. Everything is itch testing. I'm like, I don't wear makeup, so I don't feel bad about doing it. So I'm like, oh. And it's lovely. But no, you've got to itch test it, because you have to decide if it's going to be an outer garment or a skin layer garment.
Yeah.
And
this girl was quite strong, so she's crispy, but not soft.
Yeah.
So she kind of.
You could do one of those really nice. Do you weave by any chance?
Oh, I want to weave. I'm taken with weaving. I think weaving is
one of those amazing skills. One of the things that you could do is just make, whether you weave or not, just make a really big, I call them going out blankets. But it's basically a nice thick shawl that you've got some options. You can make like a rectangle with a slit in it so that you can wear it kind of like a poncho. And they're more sort of better if you're weaving it. But if you're going the knit one, just a nice big square shawl or something like that, just for, like, do you ever just sit around a fire with your friends with a beer? I mean, I used to do that a lot. Be outside in the cold at night.
Yeah. Well, we've got a great room, so we need to start it up again. We come over, we just sort of go rotating around to people's houses. And we sort of bring a plate and just do some spinning. So one thing that I want to do with the craft, if I can jiggle you, is we have this room that we've been going to. It's going to be a bit echoey, but it has.
Oh my gosh, look at this room.
And we've got the wood fireplace in there.
Wow.
I mean, that's part of the bed and breakfast, but we all sit around and we, put the fire on or the aircon, and there's the bar.
Do you see this Five-European girls? This is part of the bed and breakfast. Just throwing that out there.
And it's good fun. It's good fun just to just sit and talk. But I was wondering if maybe you girls is looking at, maybe we just do like a Zoom spinning day or something, where on a Sunday we just all sit around and Zoom in and just have a chat and go, how are you doing that now? What? having
The
a bit
Zoom
of
chats have been phenomenal. Like I know for my community, we've been doing one. I mean, we've been a bit lax this week, basically, because by the time we would normally start, I'm a bit of a zombie. But we've been doing basically one nearly every single night since March, and
wow.
so we've created this really sort of really tight knit community, and it's been amazing for like getting help with projects and just chatting about stuff and just having someone to talk to. And you know, oh hello, he's like, I'm just checking the quality of you spinning there, Mum. And you know, it's been amazing. It's so surprising because everyone thinks of digital communication as sort of cold and sterile, but it's not. It does well. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Is probably more the point. Lego Bob says, "Wow, that's an amazing room." And then she also goes on to say, look at the yarn in the background. We're spying a beautiful pile of strategically placed dyed yarn.
Well, that's all. All right, let's do it.
Go on.
So this is the last of the yarn that I have. So I got all excited and said, Danielle, can you dye up a heap of yarn for me? So excuse my hand. Apologies. So I mean, this is I commandeered this room from my husband. He wanted it as a theatre room. I just went, just give me a couple of months. And I've essentially commandeered it from him.
Yeah, it is now yours. You can't move out of this room now.
Mine. Yeah. So my aim is I wanted to have like a little coffee nook in that big room, and then people would come and visit, do some spinning in the big room, come and have a look. So, you know, that was my sort of little piece of paradise idea.
Yeah, gotta have it.
I know. So so we've got Indie Road magazines because I just love what those ladies do. We've got some of the 8-plies that now maybe I shouldn't say. Does anyone know about spinning dog fur?
I mean, I know about it. I won't do it, but I'm in the ballpark of I understand why people want it done, but I only have limited spinning time, and I'm going to spin like yak and silk and beautiful wool.
Yeah. Well, there's a lady who has a samoyed spun beanie, and my biggest concern, I said, well, does it smell like a dog? And apparently
it smells like my dog when you wash it every single time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Once it's dry, it's all right, but while it's damp, it smells like a wet dog.
Okay.
I'm not sure about samoyed, but I know that other dog scents can linger.
Okay. So these are the yarns. So this is the 4-plies that have been dyed by Danielle.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So I just love the colours. I'm really taken with the colours.
They're beautiful. Good job, Danielle.
I know. And a couple of people have asked me, is the white, is it dyed white? No, it is a raw, so it's ready to be dyed. So anything that's on the shop that says nude or a blank, that's yarn that can be dyed.
Yeah, it's just straight up undyed yarn. Yeah.
It's straight up undyed yarn.
Like natural.
Yep. They're the last of the colours that I have from Pirate Pearl Yarns in the 8-ply. That's it. And those are the colours of the last of the Corrie Mohair 8-ply.
Oh wow!
Which is super exciting. Yeah.
So, are you lastly, have you got another run of something coming?
So after this is the 8-plies from Danielle.
Yeah,
that's a worsted cotton. No, my aim is to now link directly with the dyers. I can't do them justice. I'm not as artistic as they are. So that's where I'd like to be able to link with those businesses. So you've got, Danielle from Raxor Yarns, Katrina from Pirate Pearl Yarns. You've got Erica from By Carolina Down Under, as well as Web Spun Wares Secret. So I want to sort of be able to push it out wholesale to them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll still be tinkering because I love it.
Yeah.
And if there's demand, I can do a bit of spinning here and have things in the shop. But really, share it
So going
around.
forward, the coloured yarns will be with the individual dyers' websites. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's a
So
good thing
that's
for everyone to remember. If you want the Cloverleaf Corriedale yarns, check out Pirate Pearls and Raxor.
Yep. And by Carolina Down Under and Web
Oh, and
Underwears.
by Carolina Down Under
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I think
so they're
we've
the
got
4 plies.
Erica coming on after you today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Erica's doing the botanical dyeing, which is really exciting.
Oh, I can't wait to have a look.
So this is my little inspiration room. So I've got my drum carder and I've done a bit of drum carding and some bits and pieces, but this is sort of where I come in and go, look how good the girls have done,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so proud of the girls. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm going to make everyone seasick. The last of my fleeces. Oh, sorry, Bubba.
Oh my gosh. Just whack the dog. There's no laws about that or anything.
I donked myself. I'm sorry, Bubba.
Heather Graham from Heather Mader said, how about I come and visit and be a guest dyer in residence and then I can meet all your sheep?
That sounds awesome. Can we do that? Yeah, let's do it.
I'm probably sure you could.
Yeah, so this is one of the, so I was saying yesterday about some of the fleeces that have gone a bit fine.
Yeah.
So it's just more fluffy. So he's about 24 micron. So he just, oh, sorry, my bad. He went a bit too fine. Yeah, so that's my little piece of paradise. That's your paradise,
and then you just sort of relax back and kick your shoes off and drag up the spinning wheel.
Yeah. I've got one of the Corriedale breeders gave me that.
Oh, that's a bit fresh. That's gorgeous.
Which is pretty cute.
God, love it. And it makes it like a perfect spinning rug as well.
It makes me look a little bit pathetic, but anyway.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Do you love Corriedale? Is it telling a lie?
I do.
It's not telling a lie at all. So you're sitting there spinning. Do you have a standard, like when you're not concentrating and you look down, do you have a standard spin that you do, like that your body just likes to do the best?
At the moment, I'm probably averaging, what is that? An uneven 4-ply. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just spinning at the moment just because I don't really spin enough.
Yeah,
so yeah. I might get on the wheel once every 6 months, but I'm hoping to get on the
I know those feels. I've basically this weekend I've purchased some fleece and some fibers and things like that just to make me drag out my wheel. I had this goal this year, which was to hand spin some beautiful merino into sort of about a 4-ply sort of thickness, but I needed about 1,200 meters and crochet up this particular top. Well, I've gotten about 50 grams in. And that was in January. And then that's been about it. Other than that, I tend to dig out a support spindle, so just the little spindles in the bowl. And I've been doing that a bit lately. But yeah, I just haven't really put in enough time into my spinning. And I'm watching you and I'm like totally jealous. I'm like, where's my wheel? It's in my craft room in the house. I'm like, we could have totally had a spinning party, but I don't have my wheel.
Sorry, we didn't plan that very well, did we?
No, we totally didn't plan it. And I honestly didn't expect the visceral reaction that I'm having to the want to spin is real. I'm like, let me touch your wheel. It's wonderful. Oh,
and I'm
all
so
plans and goals for this year are on hiatus from Game Widows. Thank you, Game Widows. I feel much better about that. So you don't normally spin with a project in mind, but do you tend to make things anyway?
I haven't started yet. Between the
Yeah.
sheep and work and things, I
Mm.
really want to get a vest. So I've got a couple of beanies, but I'd love to be able to have like your heirloom vest
Yeah.
to wear in
Sorry, my
winter,
camera's
so that I
going.
know when
Yep.
I'm out and about that.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to work towards, is just getting
Have you found a
maybe.
pattern that you like the look of yet?
I really liked the colour work and the vest that Katrina from Pirate Pearl Yarns made
Mm-hmm.
out of the 8-ply. So maybe I'll need to talk to her about that. But
Yeah.
but also talking to a couple of new up and coming or designers. So there's a lady in Melbourne who's
Yeah.
interested in having a bit of a go at some bits and pieces. So
Yeah.
we'll work with her with that. Yeah.
Ah. Well, I mean,
So
it's one of those tricky things when you want to make a garment for yourself, isn't it? You sort of, especially when you're spinning for it as well.
Yeah. And but yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, so everybody just remember that this is live, and Ronelle has been with us a couple of times showing us her beautiful sheepies. So if you've got any questions about her Corriedale stud or her bed and breakfast or about her colours or anything like that, just make sure you toss them into the chat here. We've got, because you've just got your finger in so many pies, Ronelle. I loved the other day when we were talking, and you were talking about how you've made these little parcels on your land where young young farmers can start a little, they can have like a little place to start their sort of farm life. And I just think that's amazing, because especially in this day and age, it's really hard for younger people to get a starting point unless they know somebody who can help them with that sort of thing. So I just thought that was just really a special thing that you're doing.
Oh, thank you. And I'm really excited about, working with Andrew and Jennifer with the 10-ply. What I'm keen to do is, obviously, I don't have enough sheep, but there's so many of these young people with their studs coming up. So I'm looking to maybe sort of a co-op for them, so they have a market to bring them in to then get the fleece processed into a 10-ply for that potential overseas market. Because I think the story, to me, it's a lot of it is more about the story, about how things are made, how it was generated, and I think to have a group of young Victorian, like their first or second year out of high school, these guys. Be pretty strict on the kind of fleece that I'm looking for to put into a 10-ply to then, especially for a US market, and that story behind these youth coming up and getting a market and organising a market for them and things, I think is that's what keeps me going as well. I mean, I love the products, but yeah, it's linking in with that broader community. And how we can live together and develop those Australian products and those Australian stories that have integrity, and they make you feel good as well as having a really good premium product.
No, absolutely. And because you support Australian processing as well, and it, like that will be a beautiful story when it's all done and dusted. Game Widows would like to know how she would book into your B&B once the plague is over.
Once the plague. So if you go onto our website, if you go to the Cloverleaf Corriedale stud, so it's cloverleafstud.com.au website, there's a link to the bed and breakfast. So the property name is Rook's Edge, because we're in Booloongarook, and we're at the edge of Booloongarook, thus Rook's Edge.
Makes perfect
very
sense.
literal. It's like Finn the Finn Rams. Not very creative. But yeah, it'd be great to see you guys.
That'd be awesome. Linda
all these
Skoker also has a question about your new fin and what kind of wool will it produce compared to your Corriedales?
Oh, really good question. So I had a brown Corriedale Cross Merino ram we called him Face because he was a pretty boy, and I just watched the A Team, and so he came from Ray.
Hey, it works. It works.
So apparently he had a bit of a heritage of Finn in his background. So he came originally from Rayling Robinson.
Yeah.
But he still had like beautiful fleece, like the Corriedales, but I didn't know what to do with the coloured girls because they were quite strong. And I love the softness of the Finn. I find the Finn fleece a little bit confounding because they're quite broad. And in classical wool classing, broad fleeces are strong fleeces.
Yeah.
So broad being that crimp is really far apart. You know, you see the merino is really crimpy, and so it's got this really English Leicester, really broad curvature or crimp. So by rights, they should be rough as anything, but they're not. He's so soft. So I'm looking forward to. So Maureen and I did a swap. So she went, I want brown.
Yes.
And I want softness. So I think, so now she has Face and I have Finn. So I'm hoping that his softness will then, they may lose some of their crimp and that character, but I think he'll bring a softness and a luster to the black girls. So the black girls that I have they haven't been bred, so they're throwbacks from big white Corriedale studs. So they're a little bit random. So they've got a broader, more harsh fleece than, say, the white Corriedales that have been bred.
What are the chances of your brown Corriedales throwing back to the white babies if they were throwbacks themselves?
So so the black is, and that's interesting with genetics because some of the coloured breeders, so I'm part of the Coloured Breeders Association, get these. They don't really know how the genes and alleles are actually linked. So there's a general rule of white is dominant, then black is recessive to white, and then brown or murret is recessive again to black. But some of the colours coming back are really spotty. I've just rescued / collected 2 more coloured babies from a white Corriedale stud. One is black and the other one looks like a deer. She has brown spots and white spots, and she's grey underneath. She's a complete random. She's gorgeous, and she comes from a full white Corriedale ram and ewe. So who knows?
It's going to be just like potluck.
Yeah, but they've got 7,000 sheep. So, you know, 1 coloured sheep or 2 coloured sheep every 2 years or so is a pretty low percentage of throwbacks. Yeah.
And you said that you've got like not enough sheep. Does that mean you plan on slowly increasing your flock size?
No. Look, my role with the girls here is just to have a long and happy life and sort of add into that overall be kind to sheep thing. I would rather link in again with some of the young guys that have good fleece and good sheep to then build their market as well, and to link in and build that collective again about that community. So I'm happy.
Leanne's got a question here for you. Sorry, I'll just drop in. We have to stay inspired. This live show has sparked us all again, so perfectly timed. Who inspires you, Ronelle?
Oh, that's a really good question.
It's an excellent question.
It's an excellent question. Quite a few people. I'm a first generation farmer, so it's been an exponential learning curve, and I've been trying to walk a line of, I want to link in with the big commercial guys, and they've been so accepting of this weird middle-aged woman who's a townie from far north Queensland, and they've been so open and so generous and sharing information and opening their homes to me. I mean, I'm no one. I'm not going to help them with their business, and I just love that country mentality of being generous with information, with their lifestyle. And that's why I loved going to Bendigo, not only to meet all the people that I've missed in the year, but I'd spend 2 days stewarding or showing in the sheep shows and just talking to the farmers who have 3, 4, 5 generations of information. But I'm walking that line with animal ethics, and I do struggle sometimes with how sheep are treated, and that's why I want this to be like a bubble of, I don't want to push my beliefs onto anyone, but I just need...
But your beliefs get to live here quite comfortably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm a veggie, and that they live long, happy lives. Like, no one here is killed because they're the wrong type of sheep. But if I can then link in and build something, so there's some great people called Billy Dean. She runs a sanctuary up in ACT. I love her ethos about the animals and the sovereignty of all life. So I'm trying to walk a balance of
Ronelle,
the real life.
Oh, sorry.
You go.
Sorry. I've got to go. I'm so sorry. It has been wonderful chatting with you and getting to know you over this wool show long weekend that we've had. I hope we get to chat more often, and one day, we can do our little Zoom spinning catch up. I think that would be so fun. And I hope that what you need to do now is pretend your phone is still on and just keep talking to the dog, so that everyone around you still thinks you're live and they leave you alone for a good spin time.
I've got to get back to work now.
Thanks so much for joining us over the last few days, Ronelle.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, well, we have got new people joining us. So we've had the lovely Ronelle join us for the last few days, and it's been just amazing to get to know her and her sheep babies. But now we've got Erica, who is a indie dyer. So we're going to bring Erica in. We had the lovely Ronelle join us for the last few days.
Hello.
Erica, you've got something running in the background that is playing my voice. Erica, who is a indie dyer.
Sorry, I can listen you properly.
I'm just going to have to mute you for a second. What's happening, Erica, is there is an audio feedback coming through. I think you have got YouTube open somewhere as well. Hang on, I'll just unmute you, if it will let me unmute you. Oh, you've muted yourself. You need to there we go. How's that?
Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, everyone.
Erica. How are you going?
A little nervous,
Oh, don't be nervous. We just try to make it fun. We all love yarn.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a nice, good starting level for us.
Yeah.
Erica, you own and run Carola Down Under.
Yes.
How did that become a thing, and how did you come up with the name of your business?
So this became probably, I was a knitter at the beginning. So my history started 9 years ago when I moved to Australia. And after 6 months, when I was working in a nursing home, every day I saw a lady, sitting down in a sofa doing something. But I was, I was very scared to ask her what she was doing. So one day I encouraged me to ask her. So I asked her, what are you doing? And she told me, oh, I am knitting a slipper for the nurse. She said, oh, wow. So can you teach me, please? So she said me, oh, yeah, of course. So bring the 4-play yarn and 4 millimeters knitting, and we can start. You go, okay. So that day when I finished my shift at 2 o'clock, I ran to the hot dollar shop and I bought a yarn. A knitting needle. So the next day I bring with me. So she started to teach me. But yeah, she started to explain me, okay, you need to do this. I was watching her and say, oh my God, I don't understand why she's saying to me. So I tell her, so I can just watching you and then I can do it in my home. He said, yes. So I was, after my work finished. So I was sit down with her for half an hour and looking what she was doing. So for one way, for the other way to see how she put the needle, how she do the wool. So she told me, you need to do 40 stitch, 20 rows, and that's it, Joe. Okay, so I can try to do that at home. So I go home and try. I did it. So, after 3 days, I have the slipper. Was a slipper, the flat one. So she told me, okay, now you need to sew in the bottom, and then after a week, I finished with my 12 slippers. And then I was amazing, that feeling. It was my first project do by my hand with a pen, while not speaking English, don't understand very good English. I say, oh my God. And then all I start, so I try to find more patterns online, easy one for me. Of course, I was looking in YouTube the videos because I need to understand what's neat, what is poor, put it together or yarn over. So, and then, I start to do, more beanies, scarves, blankets, and then, that's how I become a knitter. After a few months, I think it was a year probably, I was knitting a lot on my own, and a friend of mine told me, well, enjoying a knitting group. They say, oh no, I'm so scary, and I don't talk too much, and maybe they don't like me or whatever, everything, and try to find excuse. So I think after a year, I found a group in the Sutherland area. It's called Sutherlandshire, I think, Spinners and Weavers. And they meet every Tuesday, so I enjoyed the group, and was all the ladies, they are very welcoming. So at the beginning, I start to just knitting and try to understand how I knit, how I do some crochet basics, and then I start to spin my own wool because I say, oh my God, I can do my own wool. So they
done the whole gambit in like this compacted little. I like the thing. This thing is amazing. I shall do all of it.
Yeah.
I have a question here, and she says that she loves that shawl behind you.
Oh,
is that one of yours? Is that one of your colors, or?
Yes. That was my first brioche pattern I knit. It was a test knitting for Sosu, I think is the name. Yeah. That's. I can show you. This is 3 colors. So the orange come with onion skins.
Oh, yeah.
Eucalypto bark. And the like a beige one is the eucalypto leaves. So yes.
Oh, wow.
So yes.
So Erica, you like to botanical dye. You like to use things out of nature to dye your yarn.
Yes.
How did you get into that? Like, obviously, you started with the knitting and then moved into the spinning, and then you need to make the spun yarn the color you want. But what made you go the botanical route?
So in that group, all the ladies, the members of the group, they share the skills. I remember one day they tried to do microwave dyeing, like a food with food coloring and also the landscapes. So I started doing that. But was not fun for me because always I was looking the color of the ladies, and they have beautiful yarns with color and all the robin beautiful. And I was looking mine and say, oh my God, mine is so ugly. The color, they don't work together. And also I started doing like a robin, and my robin was felting. And I said, he said, oh no. I think I was too impatient. I want to everything in the first day. I want everything perfect, and was not that. So I leave it, and I say no. I'm gonna be just knitter and do my own wool, and that's it. But I think 2 years ago, I attend a bush dyeing workshop. It was amazing. Oh my God, the door was open for me.
It changed everything.
Everything, I become obsessed. So everything I was see, when I was walking to my work, so I start to do, what color I can get for that leaf, or that flower, or the small, the fruit. Also in my kitchen, I like, one of my favorites, the onion skin. So I use black beans, tea, rosemary. So yeah.
Have you had to go with the avocado seeds?
Yes, the avocado was, I collect avocado. I have a
It's surprising the color that you get, isn't it?
It's very interesting because it's coming pink and, different color of pink, because I learned. So I just doing this like 2 years. I started 2 years ago. Like trying with commercial wool at the beginning. Also try with different mordants and try, because at this point I don't want to add any chemicals. Less for me is better. I don't know, for the environment and for everything. So I try everything, and then I realized I don't use, example, aluminum, power to fix the color, because many of the natural, they have his own mordant. So I like the onion, eucalyptus, the avocado have his own mordant, so they don't need it. And at the end, I realized that I have an aluminum pot.
Oh, yes.
It's working the same, like I can add it more than like the power one. So I don't use aluminum power. I use my pot, but I have only one pot. So I need to do, three skin at a time. I cannot do more.
So that they can fit in this one aluminium pot.
Yes.
What is the strangest thing you've used to dye yarn?
Oh, how? Sorry, say again.
What is the strangest or most unusual thing that you have used to dye yarn?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Black beans. I think many people use black bean, but at this point, I think no. All these, like flowers, leaf. I try once, but I don't have, because I already give it to someone like a present. The carrots, the top of the carrots.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have that was one. So now I need to find more to start to dye it again. Yes, the top of the carrots.
Setting up a restaurant for their scraps.
Yeah. So, and it's hard to find, because when you buy, they already cut in the fruit shop. They cut all. So I'm gonna ask, can you bring me? I'm gonna bring you a box and put all there for me, so I can come in tomorrow and collect them.
I'll just collect them every day, please. Game of Word says that she's actually found the same thing, that when she's using her iron pots as well, they actually self-mordant too.
Yes. Look, I start, because this become. At the beginning was success for me. I was walking, I say, oh my, I saw flowers, I remember one day I saw camellia flowers in the ground. So I had a bag. You look me like collecting all the flowers, and I try. And also I try, like more than soya beans.
Yeah.
Soya beans, you make a meal, and then you can use like a more than, it's natural one. But this for protein products, that is not working. This is still the same. Is anything changed? It's only for cotton and linen. You can the color, you fix the color, and also the color is more, more intense, but not for wool. So I decided not use more any soya meal for that. So and try a lot and try different. And then, one day I realized that I have many skein and I don't have too much time to knit. They say, what are you going to do with all these yarns? my partner, he was looking at me, do you know that room is become smaller and smaller and smaller? I go, yeah, I know. But, I'm going to knit. He said, but you have only 2 hands. I go, yes, I know. But, I need more time on my day to knit. But yeah, so that's the reason also and
that's how it started. You just ended up with too many. And it was just like, well, I've got to do something with them, so I'll sell them.
Yeah, so, I decided, I was scared at the beginning, you see, maybe someone there, they like to share or like what I do, and then, and someone they can buy, and then I have more room to keep dyeing.
Do more, absolutely, because that's one of the things, like, we only have a limited amount of space to do things in, and there comes a point every now and again when you're like, I really do need to sell some of this stuff so that I can make room for more, because I don't want to stop making them. And I don't, the colors that you get are just beautiful. They're just so beautiful. Thank you. I just keep being drawn to that shawl, and just the way you've made the colors match in together, and like, how do you decide which colors to put together?
Look, I learned with botanical, you never get, it's like a different to landscape. So you have a recipe and you can replicate the color. With botanical, I learned after 2 years, I learned that's impossible. So you never can replicate the same color because, you know, everything is influencing the final result.
Absolutely.
So always, I know okay, with eucalyptus leaves coming yellows, but you never get the same yellow. So I just put 3 at the time in my pot and I say, okay, this color. And then after I put another 3, it is coming a little different. So when I have all together, so I can decide it, I'm looking for patterns and I decided, you know, what color. I am not the best to match color, but I'm trying sometimes and I like it. And I hope someone there like it too. So
I think lots of people like it. Have you, like, you've joined into the Big Wool Show here this weekend to, you know, share your wares and to let people know that you're here. Have you found it's been a good weekend? Have you had a good time this weekend?
It was amazing. The first day was so amazing. And I can tell you, I didn't expect that. The people was very amazing. I'm so very, 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 very happy. Yeah. And definitely.
You've got more room now to make some more yarn?
Yes. So he was here with me the weekend. I was watching all the lives, you know, the live stream, and he was with the phone. He go, he said, okay, so all that empty, the room is gonna be half empty for the month. He go, yeah, I think so. He go, it's coming more wool.
I've already ordered more wool to dye. Don't even worry about it. We'll get our insulation back.
I think I have my own craft room, so don't worry. I close the door so you can go see what is inside. Don't worry about it.
So the door is closed. You don't need to worry about what is behind that door. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look, I love your story. I think it's fantastic. That's just like it's a relatively short time that you've sort of come in, but it just sounds like you just hit the ground and just went, I want to learn to do this and learnt to do it. And then I want to learn to do this and learnt to do it and found people who are willing to teach in your local area. It's
that was amazing. Yeah, so now, you know, this community is great. You know, at the beginning always, and of course I have scared now too, but you know, I think this community is very, you know, very wonderful and just keeping you and say, okay, nice community, and I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy. You asked me before, sorry, about the name, and the name also coming because I am a sentimental one. So the name is reflect my 2 passions, animals and craft. So Carola was the name of my first dog when I was still living in Spain. Yeah. So I was working 15 years in hospitality, and it was all right. I enjoyed, but I was not happy.
Yeah.
So when Carola passed away, I realized that I wanted animals to become part of my life. So I studied veterinarian nursing. So I am a full-time nurse here in Sydney, and I'm lucky to work in a big hospital, a referral hospital here in Sydney, so where I can take care and also cattle, all dogs and cats I wanted. So that's the part of Carola, because it's part of my, you know, I in the middle I have animals, and the other, of course, down under is, to this country, because before when I was in Spain, I never did anything like that. So all I learned here is in Australia now about knitting, spinning, and I'll dye my own wool. So that's the name by Carola Danande, because, you know, my heart is just playing too for animals in my craft.
I love that. That's beautiful. Wow, there's just so much to take in, Erica. You just, I'm a bit speechless, to be honest. I think it's a wonderful story.
Thank you.
You know, especially like at the moment, like people need these good, happy, stories where you came in, you were doing a job that wasn't your favorite kind of job, but it was a job. But you learned something, and you realized you had a passion for it, and now you're getting to do a passion job with all the animals as well as passion craft.
Yeah.
And you said that, you know, when you were still back in Spain, you weren't happy, but now it looks like
Oh,
you're so happy. Like
yes,
your
I'm
face
very
is just
happy.
so happy. And
I'm
when you
very
talk
happy.
about the yarn, you light up. It's definitely, obviously, a passion.
Yes. It's the, you know, I'm very lucky also, you know, Australia is a nice country. I am very happy. I have my job, I have my craft, you know, and yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, that's my camera. Hang on a second. I've just got to press a button. It's just telling me it's been on for 30 minutes. It does that. Don't take it personally. Does anybody in the chat have any questions for Erica and about her amazing Corolla Down Under colorways that she has? And it sounds like there's not many left. So if you want to have a look, you need to get in and have a look now.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you noticed over this weekend specifically, but generally, any particular colors that people tend to just sort of want straight away? Is there like a favorite color?
I think it was the eucalyptus. The colors, they are coming yellows to green. I can show you a sample.
Oh,
So this is all three eucalyptus leaf, all three colors. This is my poleward, 100% poleward decay. So, and you know, you can see this color and this color, they are completely different.
Yeah.
Of course, some drop of iron after to change the color. But yeah, this eucalyptus leaves become from Claire from Fiber Art Sheet. She has some eucalyptus trees in her backyard. So sometimes she's my supplier of eucalyptus leaves sometimes. It's funny because sometimes when I go to get my, you know, my orders, okay, can I get some eucalyptus leaves too? Yes, of course. Yeah. So I have a jar full of my stuff and full of branches of eucalyptus. So this color become from Claire backyard. And I think it is from in my place next to my work in Sydney. So, but yeah, that's many, they asked me to also bring me the wool to get this color to do, not this pattern, but also, you know, with gradient of this color. But yeah, I think this is
That's
more
beautiful. Those colors are amazing.
Yes.
Gosh. Danielle would like to know what's next for Corolla Down Under. Maybe are you thinking about teaching some botanical dyeing?
Oh, that's so. Maybe who knows? No one knows what happened tomorrow. But you look at me 9 years ago, never gonna tell me, oh, you're gonna live in the other side of the world and doing something with your hand and, you know, doing all these crazy things. But yeah, who knows? You know, I would like to teach someone who is interested, of course, and also, you know, keeping the opportunity to people that don't have too much or they are scared to talk with another one, or, you know, like a skill to helping to improve your.
I understand what you're saying.
I would like, yes. I have a few offers to ask me before all this, you know, pandemic in the world, to go someplace to try to teach. And then I was so happy, but, you know, everything is happening and now everything is in a standby now. But I saw the Ronelle. Yes, Ronelle, I was like, oh, I need to go, but, you know, now the New South Wales saying we need to wait.
That's the thing. We all have to be just a bit patient and do what we're told to do, and then the borders will reopen again, and then we can all like descend on the clover leaf and get taught botanical dyeing by Erica.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound terrible at all. I mean, I think I've already got a group who want to go and book out the B&B. So we'll just have to make sure that you come down at the same time, Erica, and you can teach us all amazing.
Be ready now.
We've got it sorted. Leanne's pretty much got it right here. We all want to do all of the things. So you're predominantly a knitter. Do you crochet?
I am, yes, but I just do, you know, the basic scenes. I start at the beginning. I do some crochet, but no anymore because I know it's more quicker than knitting. But you know, my
And
passion
you
is
enjoy the knitting more. Yeah.
yeah, I am more
It's okay to have a favorite. It is.
yeah, you know, yes. I have sometimes, of course, I have full-time job. This is like my passion, so I keeping all these for my spare time. So
Yes.
I wake up very early. I am an early person all the time, so I wake up at 4:45 every day to knitting or spin something half an hour before go to work.
Oh, wow. That's dedication. I'm just like, no, man, I want that doona for the extra half an hour. I'm sorry.
No. You know what happened? Always, I live far away from I work, so always I was in the public transport. So, and I have 1 hour 45 to go, 1 hour 45 to back. So always that was my knitting time, you know, in the train. But things, all this happen. Now I need to drive to home because I prefer not catch the public transport. But yes, so I cannot do it anymore. So I wake up at 4:45, doesn't matter, every day. So I wake up, I pack in, you know, the lunch box for the day, you know, and then sit down, just 20 minutes to do a few rows or just play my wool or whatever. And my partner went, okay, bye, see you tonight. Okay, he said, do you know, can you work it today? Yeah, I know. I have 20 minutes. So at 6:30.
And I will have those 20 minutes. They are mine.
Go the car and go to the city. Yeah, you know, that's my moment. So I enjoy, and you know, I can do. I think I can do it. You know.
Oh, look, it's one, and like as someone like yourself who is doing your passion as a job sort of thing, like it's a part-time job because you've got your other passion that you're doing it just a job as well. Keeping a little corner of it for yourself is so important.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I have my, you know, both of them, they give me some happiness. So I am happy, you know. For me, it's not like a sacrifice. So I enjoy also. So,
Lego Papa said, wow, I've just been on Erica's shop. Beautiful colors.
Thank you very much. I'm going to show you, this is, I make my.
Oh, check it out.
This is Ronelle and skin, onion skin also for do these socks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. They are gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah. So also I have here, oh, this is one of, I think I have only one left. This is like this jar.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna take it out. So it's like a cane. This is a coreopsis flowers.
Yeah.
So so this is the color of the coreopsis. This time become orange. The first time become very yellow, strong yellow. So I added some drops of lemon in this part.
Oh my gosh! And it totally changed the color.
Some drop of 1 or 2 drops only the iron. Okay, I make my own iron with you know, water and a Nile and keep it for months, and I can just use a small drop and then becoming like that.
Yeah.
So I want to see what is going, you know, the end, something knitting. So I need with this child. It's a different color. This is cochineal, but with some drop of lemon, drop of iron, and this is.
And so the cochineal, the cochineal went a little bit grey with the lemon. Is that right?
Yeah, no, it's coming red with the lemon. With the grey with iron. Yes.
Oh, grey with the iron and the red with the lemon. Oh my gosh.
And also change different. If you put calcium in the water, it's different. Change completely the color.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is my first try at home, the eucalyptus leaves, and I can replicate this color.
It's such a good color too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like a mustard gold. Yeah, but I hit 50 grams of wool and that's it, and that's the only I get. And I tried to replicate. It was impossible. So I don't know what I had. I can show you. This is this is black beans.
Oh wow!
And in the back, mother.
Oh, beautiful! Get that nice red.
Mother, but it's more, you know, the last bat. So I can make it. But yeah, this is black beans.
There's a botanical dyer up here in Queensland, and she gets some sort of like, I don't know how she does it. She's probably like crazy and mortarting like all sorts of different things to get it. But she gets a really beautiful, soft baby blue out of black beans.
Black bean. Look, I think it also depends what the brand of the beans. I learned that.
Okay. I mean,
because
of course, it would make a difference for sure.
If you go to buy to Coles or you go to buy to Woolworth, it's completely different because the supplier they are even, with botanical example. One example with the avocado. The avocado grows here in New South Wales. It's going to have the green color at the end. The avocado grows in Queensland.
No.
Yes, or 6K from a difference because everything influences at the end.
Oh, there's different nutrients in the soil that end up in the sea.
The rain, the water when it's raining, the weather, the air, everything is completely different. And also the water, you boil the skin or the seed, also that can change completely. Yeah. You're never gonna, try to keep, I know you, of course, I'm gonna be pin at the end.
Yeah.
You never know what kind of pin is going to be at the end. So, always when I put my 3 skeins in the pot, they say, okay, what color? It's like a surprise at the end because you never know what color is going to be. I know it's going to be yellow, pink, orange.
But you don't know the tone or the exact that it's going to be. Oh, my gosh. Because I know that up here, because I do chemical dyeing, like I use like jacquard dyes. Yeah. And if the water pH is different, it totally changes the dye.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's true. And also sometimes now I learned put some calcium tablets in the water and it's completely different. Just calcium, like you put the vitamin calcium, is completely different. Yeah. Look, this is the last I did last weekend. This is a play for play corridor from Cloverleaf. And this is black bean. Look, the two colors, they are completely different.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that's, wow. It's like, it's a surprise. What color is it?
Oh my gosh, that would make it so exciting for like every single batch because it's just like, take the lid off. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. Always when I say, I don't like this color. So I just leave it there and I go. And when I back, because you leave it half an hour more, you say, oh my God, that's beautiful. I love it. Kind of like that.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Like, so for me, leaving it there tends to make it worse. So if I rage quit, it just gets worse. So like for botanical dyeing, it's the opposite. You can walk away and come back. Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, I have learnt so much today. It's brilliant. It's been a total selfish stream. Sorry, guys. I'm just like writing all these notes and it just sounds amazing. And so you're just going to keep going? You just like, because you're dying for cloverleaf now as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so I just recently, go to Ronelle. So who knows, in the future. And also this event, it was great for me. I was in Bendigo 2 years ago when I was a knitter. And of course, everything is changed now, with everything is canceled, all, because we need to keep it distance and everything. But this event I think is amazing because, I can meet Australian companies, suppliers, and we can work with Australian products, that's what I want. And of course, I met now Ronelle, and I think, in the future we can still work together. Yeah. And also another in the dyers, amazing one. That's my handicap. I cannot dye with landscape. And I say, oh my God, I was watching. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Because mine is completely different. Mine is like
like we all dye totally differently.
It's true.
That's the thing. Everyone's is special and it's meaningful to themselves. And it's being true to your own way that you like to dye and the way you like to use your resources and be cautious of what you're putting back out into the world once you're finished.
Yeah.
I think that's just a beautiful way to run your business, Erica.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope.
Erica, it has been wonderful chatting with you today. And everybody, if you haven't yet, you need to jump over to Carola Down Under. Sorry, I've got to remember to say it the right way. Carola Down Under to go and get some beautiful botanic dyed yarns. If there's not a lot there, just wait. There'll be more eventually. It may not be exactly the same because, you know, we've just learned a lot today. But
Yes.
it's also one of those things to go back and just keep checking as well.
Yes. Oh, thank you very much, Chantel. Thank you to the team also for, you know, making this amazing, you know, this weekend. And thanks to everyone who was jumping in the shop, just looking around and just come to say hello. I'm happy to that.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Erica. It was lovely to meet you.
And, have a good left of the Monday.
Thank you. You too.
I go for shopping now. Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn. I have my list. Hopefully something there.
Yes. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck to find some things.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fantastic. I didn't know too much about Erica. I knew that she was a botanical dyer, but I didn't understand her story. We've got Julie dyed by hand trying to log in, but her device doesn't seem to be connected properly. Oh no, she's gone. We'll see. Danielle, did you want to jump in and say hi? All right, here we go.
Hello,
There we go.
everyone. Look, I've just been stalking Erica's store, and it looks like you ladies have like totally beat me to getting some yarn in there. That's amazing.
Oh no! Oh,
There's not
so
much
that means
left.
I've definitely got no hope in a couple of hours, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, well, there is some really
amazing.
pretty cochineal stuff in there at the moment. So, like, jump in and grab that. The colours are just gorgeous. So, thank you, Erica.
I'll have to have a squiz after. Oh my gosh, this is the problem, you guys. Like, we're here talking and chatting, and you guys keep beating us to everything. I mean, I'm disappointed, but not at the same time. Does that make sense, Danielle? Like,
I love it.
But I'm not disappointed.
It means that, you know, we're all supporting our local businesses, and it's all fun. It's fun, and everyone's like obviously going to get some happy squishy mail very soon. It's great.
I may have more than intended.
It's dangerous.
I'll just be like, because my husband works from home now as well. So we're like, it's just horrific stock. It's just stock. It's just going in the shack. All 27 parcels.
Yeah, that's stuff that you're knitting and you're wearing that beanie now. That's for the shop.
That's right. It's totally for the shop. It looks like Julie is here. I'm not quite sure if she's quite ready for us. She can give us a bit of a thumbs up when she's ready. Now, Julie's internet's not being her best friend, so we have to be gracious, everybody. Not that you haven't been, but, you know, just as a double warning there. Poor Julie is living rural, and her internet's being, well, a butt face is probably the best way to describe it. She's disappeared off her camera, so I'm not.
She's just messaged me. She's going to move outside, so I think she's in a space at the moment where if she's under a roof, the internet's not going to connect. So it's just, again, this is just like being a Bendigo, right? So you know how like you're trying to put like a payment through, and then like you see all these vendors outside waving the
outside
devices
waving their machines around in the air.
Exactly. So hopefully Julie will be able to join.
There's a camp that I do where it's like, okay, I do accept card, but you'll need to come for a walk with me, and we have to walk to the top of a hill and do it at the top of the hill.
So dodgy. Like, come for a walk.
It's like, I'm not going to mug you, I promise.
There's a lot of trust involved there.
Oh, there's some serious trust. I've had some ladies go, just take my card, just pay past it. And I'm just like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, I'm not walking up the hill. Like, bang, I got the hill.
Steps in
we're off their thing, trudge back down the hill. There you go.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Oh, gosh. In this day and age.
I was just going to say, has anyone tried tatting before? It's one of those crafts that I haven't tried yet, but always intrigues me.
I have tried it, but I would not profess to have any skill.
No, I'm just like, so I was wearing yesterday, I had a little necklace on that my mum had given me, and it was it was actually just all made of tattered cotton. It was quite pretty.
It's really being a crocheter, that will be an advantage for you in learning to tat.
You reckon? All right. I might give it a go. If I find my patience, because it's small thread, so I imagine it would take quite a while.
It does, and you've got to just be careful of the number of times you wrap before you insert and things like that. There's some good craftsy classes for it if you need something digital. But I think the best way is if you can find someone to teach you.
Which is hard at the moment.
Yeah, I would say go to craftsy class personally.
Yeah.
Julie's making an amazing display. We're watching it build, honestly. So, you know.
And she's making a whole setup outside.
Yeah, she's moving the whole lot out, I think.
Guys, she's moving house for you.
Yep.
This is amazing.
A display outside. Bob Curran has said, I love tatting. Bob, I'm seriously going to have to make my way out and have a visit with you one day because you've got so many amazing thread skills. Bob says start with a larger thread.
Ooh, interesting.
That's actually an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
Could you do tatting with like something like a 4-ply yarn? Or would that be too big?
I can't imagine why you couldn't. I mean, Bob will tell us.
Yeah, I'm just here to hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bob, please help us. Game Widow says there was a friend of my mum's who was an amazing tatter. I've got a friend here in Brisbane, and she is phenomenal at tatting, just absolutely phenomenal. And I just haven't seen her in a very long time. That's all. And I should really, make an effort. I'm terrible. I'm that friend. I'm that friend who doesn't connect. But like when you connect, it's like, hey, how's it going? It's like we saw each other yesterday.
But that's what good friends are, I think, too. It's just like, doesn't matter how much time passes.
Yeah. Bob's saying just a smooth yarn.
Smooth yarn. All right.
Yarn. So maybe like a nice mercerized 4-ply cotton rather than a wool.
I've got ideas brewing now. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. We're not quite sure if Julie is ready. Don't know what's going on. Is there a thumbs up, Julie? There's thumbs up. All right, Danielle. We're going to bring Julie in. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Chantel.
How's it going?
Hi, Danielle. How are you today?
G'day.
Oh, boy. I'm here.
You've made it. Yay. How are you going?
Oh, wow. I'm here. That's the important thing. No, I'm going well today.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for moving your entire display out of your house for us.
Well, it's actually not the entire display, but I thought, damn, because of this internet thing, the one thing I was going to showcase was, so every show that I do each year, I showcase the advent calendar colours from the previous Christmas. Because there are new colorways. So I've got all of the 2019 colorways inside. Can't put them on the website. Yeah. So
no.
I've got something that I've been working on here just to display some of the colors. I just thought I'll grab one of each color in case somebody wants to see a few of the other colors in there.
Yeah.
So the theme of the 2019 Advent calendar was a sunburnt country, after Dorothea McKellar's poem My Country. So most people know the second verse, which starts with I love a sunburnt country. So that was the inspiration behind the colorways. And as you can see behind my right shoulder here, we've got some sort of browns and creams, greys, golds. And in fact, it moves on through blues and greens and it ends up in Maroni purples.
So that sounds amazing. Colors.
Yeah, look, I had a lot of fun putting it together. You know, I like to come up with a theme and to make it it's not quite a gradient and it's not a perfect fade, but they certainly, all 25
they all work together.
Colors coordinate together. Oh, we've got a bit of a breeze. Work together. So
does this
this
mean,
is my
Julie,
third
that
advent
you
calendar
have
kit.
started? Sorry.
Yep.
Does this mean you've started putting your 2020 advent calendar together?
There will be an advent calendar. I have a theme in mind, but I haven't revealed the theme yet. There's just a few logistics to work out. One of them being this in the mail is affecting supplies, and I think all buyers are probably aware of this supply issues. So I just need to
we're all
consolidate
having
my
some
supplies.
supply issues, I think.
So I can't actually go through with. So yeah.
Oh, that's so frustrating, isn't it?
Oh,
hello. Oh,
excuse me.
is it okay?
I'm sorry if I said a
Oh, look, there was so much wind we didn't hear anything.
rude word then.
Oh my gosh,
I am
is your
fine.
device all right?
The iPad's still in one piece.
Oh my gosh.
I think I better hang on to this in my hand and let's move my thumb.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's quite sunny and breezy here.
Yeah.
And the wind just blew my stand over, which took out the iPad. It's blown out the mannequin behind me. Look, what have I done wrong? I'm sorry. I really am.
Oh,
I have to admit, after choosing a sunburnt country as my inspiration and then all of the bushfires and things happening, I sort of thought, what have I done? What have I brought down upon us?
Oh no, it's been a tough year for Country Australia, I think. It's been a tough year for the entire world, actually. But one of the things is that I've really noticed is how many people are turning to handmade and are learning to craft and learning, how important understanding where your project bits come from and supporting local dyers and things like that. I think it's been good in that regard.
It's good that it's caused us all to slow down. So many people are not only baking, but they're actually starting to get into sourdough, which is, the next slow step again. A lot of people were on the Me Made May. So it's about people who are actually making their clothes. They're not going out and shopping. They're actually learning to sew. They're learning to knit. They're learning to crochet, spin, whatever craft it is to get clothes on your. So it's really going back to some of the old ways. And I'm quite excited by all of this.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's like, so I've got a 15-year-old daughter. And so it's that perfect age where it's just like, no, they want it now and they want it off the shelf. But even her attitude has changed a little. Like just a bit, but even just a little bit is something. Do you know what I mean? Like understanding the process that is taken to create. I didn't go down the sourdough starter route because I had yeast in the freezer. So I made bread. I mean, I made some bread rolls that you know what? I made bread rolls that the chicken wouldn't touch.
They were so good. They were
not good.
They said, we worship your bread rolls. They are so good, Chantel.
They were terrible. Oh, but where are we? Someone's asking about where can we pre-order your advent calendar? And do you have an idea of price? They can't seem to find it in your shop. It's because it hasn't been released yet, Lego Bob.
That's right. That's
we're gonna have to. Sorry, keep going.
A little bit earlier, is I've just got to sort through a few logistics, and then I'll be able to list it on my website. You'll have an idea of the exact price. So just so you get a rough idea, in previous years I do 25 days, not 24. They're mini skeins, 20 grams. They're all individually wrapped and numbered, so you know which one to open each day in December. Mm-hmm. I tend to do, it's not a perfect fade or gradient, but it tends to be colours that melt into one another. So they progress into one another.
Yeah.
I throw in a few little goodies along the way. So I not revealing that because I haven't sorted out the details, so I need to get the
Yep.
exact details.
Can't reveal what you don't know.
That's right. Last year I included a project tote bag, and they're available on the website if you want to have an idea of what they are. I think I did a live video where I fit 14 full-size skeins in there.
Wow.
I think that was about right, and I had space for 1 or 2 more if I wanted to shove it in. So I think that'd cover most people's jumper projects.
I think so. I really think so. That's a great size project bag.
More than once I've been at the supermarket without my groceries. And I thought, right, dump the knitting on the car seat and just take in my knitting bag full of
I've done that. I've done that. Desperation calls. Hang on a sec. I've just flicked that back on.
You're having problems now.
So Danielle says, it's just my camera turns off every 30 minutes. It's very annoying.
Yes, I love your word, butt face. I learned this just recently with your cotton spinning thing, and I thought, yes.
I probably use a dash more often than I'd like, to the point where the Fiberific Zoomers all use it now in everyday vernacular. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But Danielle has got a question here. Danielle's question is, a little birdie told me you have some brand new yarns coming soon. Can you share?
Well, yes, I can share. Brand new and not brand new. So for this show, I was actually hoping to have uploaded on the website a re-release of the 2019 Advent Calendar kits.
Yeah.
So it would have been all revealed, so you'd see all 25 colours. I've also been buying up full-size skeins of the colours. So in, if I can just reach across without dropping everything. I'll grab just a couple of random colours from the kit, and there we go. Woo-hoo!
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
There's my camera. That's on the tough stocking base, so it's the same base as the Advent calendars with the minis. I've been doing, just reaching across again. I've been doing fluffy yarn.
Oh, what is that? What is that base?
Okay, so this is the Kid Love Lace. This is your Kid Mohair and Silk. So hopefully you can see how lovely and fluffy it is.
It's so fluffy.
It seems to be a very popular base at the moment. A lot of designers are using Kid Silk blends, either solo by themselves or held together with another yarn, which is absolutely for instance, the one I'm wearing is Kid Silk lace held together with, Camel Train lace.
Oh, wow.
And it's interesting to see how the two colours blend and change one another. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm loving doing at the moment, is holding two yarns together. Yeah. I've also been doing the colours on my blue chip stocking, which is another popular, it's a step up from the tough stocking, which is my everyday base for anything and everything. Yeah. And also the silk stocking. So that's a silk merino blend. So I've actually got lots of stock that I can't put on my website.
Because your internet's being so naughty.
Exactly. So, look, the technician's already been out here, I think, 3 times now, and he's due to come, I hope, tomorrow. I mean, they promised me last Monday, last Thursday, last Friday. Nope, okay, not for the show, damn. So as soon as I have the internet back up and running, I'll upload as much as I can, as quickly as I can, and then I'll get the news out there to you all to say, I'm having a post-Big Wool event, Big Wool show event.
Julie, do you have a newsletter people can sign up to, or some way?
Do. So if you just pop across to my website, which is Dyed by Hand Yarns with an S.
Yeah. There'll be a link on the Big Wool Show, so you can just follow the link.
That's right. You can follow the link until they close down the Big Wool Show.
Yep. So get over there this morning or this afternoon, early this afternoon, and get in and make sure you subscribe to that newsletter so you get notified when all the stock is ready. This is like a post Big Wool Show, like extra bonus for everybody.
Yeah, the show's got to keep going on and on. We're having too much fun.
We are having too much fun.
So did you get any shopping done?
Look, I have gotten a little bit of shopping done. I'm not going to go into any detail. Just in
We'll
case.
talk privately later.
Yes, that's right. I mean, I may have 2 kilos of fleece coming from Wendy and some stuff coming from Cashmere Connection and Heather Made and
Yum.
like
Those,
I don't. I'm going to stop listing people who I bought.
yum. Police
How
are
about
watching
you? Did you get some shopping done, Julie? I know your internet's not been your
I-
friend, but has it been friendly enough just to quickly snavel every now and again?
I was going to say, I've actually been through, I managed to get through all the vendors by last night.
Yeah.
I managed to, what did I get? Kaya Dolphin, her new vest, the cobblestone vest, was released for this show. So I picked up that, and I picked up some yarn to go with it. And
Yeah.
I'm sort of planning, I haven't even got any of this, and I'm already planning a second one. So I've got to go and think about that. But that'll be a post-show purchase.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I missed out on the Duchess that I had my eye on from Beersheba.
Oh,
So, damn, someone stole it from me last night.
stinkers.
And I'm just trying to think. Someone had an advent calendar, but they sold out, and I can't for the life of me think who that is. Yeah, I get a bit funny about not knowing what I'm receiving. I've worked out I don't like mysteries, so here I am peddling my mystery calendar.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, you may all purchase my mystery, but I will never ever purchase yours because mysteries are horrible.
No, I'm just a control freak. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Well, just so you know, I know Wendy has been dyeing extra Duchess, so keep an eye on her store throughout the coming weeks. And
drop her a line and say, can you redo something like these colours for me?
She could possibly, she's just sitting in the wings here, nodding her head.
Oh, good. So I do get to send some more of my money off to her.
That's right. That's right. That's what we all do. It's just like, oh, look, there's a show. I've just got my Wendy pile.
Yes.
Danielle would like to know, what's your favourite base of yours to knit with?
Oh gosh. It depends on what I'm knitting. I really love lace knitting. So, well, there's another thing. I do have lace weight yarns in the boxes here waiting to get on the website. So if anyone's been looking for lace weight, yes, I do have some. Oh, by the way,
your lace weights, honestly, I always hit your stall at Bendigo and grab myself something super special because your lace weights are just divine.
But you've got some glorious lace weights as well. I've seen
it.
Look,
that's the thing. I like a good lace weight, but sometimes it's nice to have one that I haven't had to slave over.
That's true. I do like to shop the vendors when I can get out there, because sometimes I sort of think, yeah, I could dye it, but you know what? I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to pay you to do it because you've done it.
I'm just going to give you some money. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to support everyone else. Swings and roundabouts. You buy them, they buy you. Someone else comes along, buys. It's all good.
That's exactly right.
But what I was going to say is, if anyone's got any questions about have you got, please message me. So on my website, you'll see a little live chat box, or you can DM me on Instagram, Facebook, email. But
and you're by hand yarns everywhere, aren't you?
I am, yes. So just type it in and it'll come up on Instagram, it'll come up in Facebook. I've even got a Twitter account
there seems to be some Snozzberries love happening.
Oh, sorry. Go and Google snozzberries and find out what a snozzberry actually is, and then have a good giggle. And it's a little bit risque.
Okay, so I won't Google it now. I was literally about to go and Google it, and I was just like, no, maybe not. Maybe now is not the best time.
Oh well, I mean, you won't see any pictures or anything, but if you work out where the quote from, it was my inspiration. It was Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's what I was thinking.
Gorgeous purple that he wears.
Yeah.
Purple velvet vest. Coat, sorry.
Well, that would explain why Lego Bob was very excited over Snozzberries, is because purple is definitely her colour.
Yep. It's actually really hard to photograph because it always comes up as blue. And in fact, someone compared it to one of the Woolamize colours. It is so It has a pink base under the purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is so rich, and I could have grabbed a skein, but I don't have it handy. So sorry.
That's okay. Like, you know, you've gone outside, you've risked your device, you've lost your mannequin with all the things on it. It's blown away.
It's all good. The show must go on.
That's right. Julie, we're going to make sure everyone gets over and joins onto your newsletter so that we can all be informed when your stock comes up. And I'm so sorry that the, you know, internet, I'm going to assume NBN, is being a butt face at your place.
It's actually satellite.
Oh, so that's even worse.
That's okay. Quick story. It took me 9 months to get my satellite internet when I first moved out here. If you thought I was sort of, no one saw me backstage. I was tearing my hair out over this internet issue. If you thought this was bad, think 9 months where you could not contact your customers, you couldn't make sales, etc., etc. That was a difficult birth.
We've got a question here. Sorry if you mentioned it, but what colours are in your shawl that you're wearing now?
Okay, this shawl is actually 2 yarns held together, and this is the Bonita pattern by Amber O'Brien. This was the small size one. It's the camel train lace in, which one is it? Candy Purple, held together with kid glove lace in my Tits Out collective colourway called Much Ado About Knockers. So that was a limited edition colourway that had a charity donation associated with it. If you haven't looked it up, look up Tits Out Collective. It was started by Countess Ablaze. All the info's out there. And I've been meaning to get around to doing a video story about it one day, but who knows?
Okay. Well, it's been awesome catching up, Julie. We're going to let you go and, you know, scurry around and collect all the things before they blow to the neighbour's place. And we've got Wendy waiting to come in. So, you know, don't forget to send Wendy a message, but I think she knows now.
I was going to say, I think she knows where I live now.
Oh my gosh, Julie, we're gonna have to catch up again before Bendigo next year for sure.
Definitely. Well, once you can get across the borders, I've got a spare room.
Okay, well that is a good thing, but got to let those borders open.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for having me, Chantel, this morning.
Thanks so much for coming on, Julie, and you know, braving the wind.
Yes, well,
that's life. All right, we'll catch you later.
Okay then. See you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay, everybody, so you heard me say it just before. I'm going to say it again. If you want to make sure that you are notified when Julie's internet finally kicks in and she's able to get her actual stocking up that she wanted to have up for this weekend, make sure you join her email list and go and follow her on Instagram. I'm sure she'll let everybody know there as well. So that way we can all go and show Julie some love, you know, when the internet shows her some love. So we've got Wendy, who's been patiently waiting, rocking in her chair. Here she comes. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How you going?
I'm getting there. Slightly exhausted.
You get there? I know those feelings.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't messaging you at crazy o'clock last night talking about fleeces.
No,
that's right. That didn't happen.
Isn't it a good thing I just happened to be in my workshop?
I know.
When you messaged me.
That really blew me away, actually, that I was just like, because I've just sent this random message like, hi. You know those fleeces you were showing us yesterday?
Yeah. The ones that are sitting right in front of me, yeah.
Yeah, those ones. So, yeah, some of them, some bits of them are now mine. You can't have them, everybody. You can have the other bits that aren't my bits. Wendy, you're sitting back. You are looking a bit more relaxed today than yesterday. You don't have the Drysdale out contaminating all the fluffies.
No.
And how's the show been going for you this weekend? Are you happy?
Yes. It's been amazing. Look, the first day I just was like, all these orders were coming in, and I was just like, ah. So I have a friend coming in the next day or so, and she's going to help me make sure I get the rest of the orders out.
I printed out, like I've been printing out my orders over the last few days, and I realized that maybe leaving them all till tomorrow probably wasn't the best plan.
I started a folder.
Okay.
Because otherwise it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And
no,
I'm systematically, I've posted out this morning a bunch of the shawls already. I sent them off to town with my dad.
Fantastic. Those beautiful silk shawls that were hanging up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's awesome.
No, the shawl kits.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Because I wanted to get them out as quick as I could, because Dominique's starting up a special Facebook group for people doing the shawl, which it'll be available as a PDF download from her store on Ravelry tonight. And then there'll be a knit along on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. So you wanted to make sure that everyone who bought their kit can join in
that
as soon as
people
possible.
who are waiting for the kits don't have to wait, hopefully, as long as possible.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm so excited. And how are the sheep going today? Are they happy sheep today?
I hope so. The sun's still shining. The wind's picked up a bit, so not as bad as our poor Ronelle's had, but
yeah.
We get it bad, but So, but they're just doing their sheepy thing out there in the paddock, doing their thing.
Doing their sheep thing.
That's the life. Eat, sleep, roll over.
Yeah, and do it all again. Oh, that's awesome. I am a bit tired today, I have to confess. My brain's probably not running at optimal speed. I'm not the best with the questions this morning. And did you have anything in particular that you wanted everyone to know today? Was there something?
Okay, so number one, thank you to everyone who has purchased. This wall behind me is not going to look like this in 2 days' time. It will be a lot less. Yeah. And then I have to dye it all again to try and have to restock something by the end of the month, because there won't be any dyeing over August while we're lambing. So
you've got babies coming.
Yes.
And lots of babies.
320.
So is that 320 sheep having babies, or is that 320 babies coming out of, because I know some have twins and stuff.
I actually had them preg tested this year, ultrasounded, and so I know how many are having twins and how many are having singles. So which is kind of handy. I know how many tags to order now. So
that's helpful. Good. For sure. Danielle's got an excellent question. Thank you, Danielle, to the rescue. What's been the most popular colours for you this show, Wendy?
It's actually been really broad spectrum, pretty much everything. You go through phases where the blues and purples go. There's not a lot of, well, there is no circus left other than display purposes only. That's the really multicoloured one.
That was that really crazy one you showed us on day one?
That one.
Ah, yes. The one that you were dyeing more of on that night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So that went within half an hour. The vampire ones have pretty much all gone, I think, too.
Oh, they're beautiful too.
No, that's not the right one.
All the colours that I would have bought.
And actually, this little one, it comes up differently on bases, as you know. So this is on merino, but be careful I don't drag the phone over because I'm connected to it. So that's one of the vampire ones.
Headphones. So that's
one
a
of the vampire ones.
Okay.
Castledale.
Yeah.
This one's on Castledale. No, I think this one's Smoky Vineyard, I think. Sometimes, well, you know how it is when you've done something and you've been a bit random, and then afterwards you try and work out what you did, and it takes a couple of goes to work out what you did.
I have a green colorway called "This Is Not the Green You're Looking For." It wasn't supposed to be Yoda-ish. It's just it sounded better than pale green.
Yeah,
because it was not the green I was trying to replicate.
This one was, oops, wait a minute, wrong way. This one was when I was trying to replicate my original vampire series, and I didn't quite cut it, so it became something else, as we do.
Will you be having more? Have you got more Duchess there to dye up?
There is going to be, once all these orders are packaged up, there will be a stock take on Duchess, because I think I'll be perilously low. But I have ordered the rest of my silk. So by the end of the year, I hope to have another run done.
Oh,
if Trish and Charles can fit me in somewhere with, white stuff.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Okay. But yeah, I'll, after our last session on Saturday, there was a bit of a run on it, shall we say, and I had to quickly change the settings.
Sorry.
So that I didn't actually, because I had it on kind of like unlimited for the white.
Oh, no.
Change that. So yeah, I had to put a limit, because I thought, what if
there are limits, people?
What if I've sold it all? And so I'm really hoping that when I get to the end, I haven't actually already oversold it. Otherwise, I would have to make amends somehow.
Oh, no. Oh.
I didn't expect that.
Well, this is the thing. We've got all these amazing people who are watching the live streams, and sometimes it's not until they get to hear you talk about it and your passion for your product that they realize, hang on a second, I need that in my life, and then they're like,
yeah,
and
if I had to choose two things that I would spin, just for spinning sake, I mean, not for a specific project or anything, it would either be Castledale or it would be Duchess. I mean, the merino's really good too, because for merino it's got a long staple, but combine the two together and bam.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of why I went with that cut, because I was a bit torn with which fleece to get, because you had some listed on your website, and I was just a bit like, okay, I definitely need some actual fleece to play with and have a go with, because I've got Duchess that I've bought in previous years that I'm hoarding, which nobody can have, by the way. Don't DM me, it's mine. Wendy's like, Chantel, can I ring you after I might need?
No, it's actually the white. The undyed has actually on the website is now sold out.
Oh wow! Because I've got the
undyed.
As I said,
I'm going to have to do a stock take. I'll have to do a stock take in the next day or so, and just see whether I can risk reopening a bit for it. I've got some of the yarns I've allowed to go onto back order, because being a good girl, I actually wrote down the recipes.
Oh, novel! That's novel.
I know. So one dye lot's just gone. I've just turned the Bain Maries off.
Yeah.
Because I'm the shawl kits. I'm out on one colour, so I've got to redo that. And there's not a huge number of them left. They're limited colourways, and
yeah.
You're gonna go for that.
That's kind of why I went with the actual raw fleece rather than one of your tops, as well as I haven't played with any of your raw fleece. I mean, I've touched it because at Bendigo, you know me, I go around just touching everything. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I just stand there talking to you, doing this in a bag somewhere. I'm like, I'm that person, everybody, the one that touches. I went to a yarn shop many years ago, and all their yarns were wrapped in plastic, And I was like, can I touch this? And she goes, are you going to buy it? I'm like, I don't know. I'll decide after I've touched it. And they literally said no. I was just like,
it's a bit of a tricky thing. I mean, like, I know I had the trouble at Bendigo one year that especially the merino, if everyone starts to fondle it too much, it'll start looking a bit sort of ratty.
It'll get grubby.
But if you can't feel it, then
you're not going to buy it. That's the thing. That's the thing. It does get tricky. It does get tricky, and I am that person, so I'm sorry about that. But I just thought I wanted to try the fleece. Your fleeces look amazing. Like, even just dumped in a plastic bag, they look beautiful. And those, when you were showing us the staples yesterday, I was just like, I need to touch the staples. So, I do things in halves, so I bought 2 kilos. And I just thought, I know I'm going to like it. There's no issues there. So you still got lots of fleece available for people to buy the fleece, and then
I'm pretty sure Castledale's sold out on the website. There might be a little bit, but I didn't hold back an awful lot this year. They're probably a little bit higher in BM, and we had a whole heap of rain. In the autumn, which was great for the grass, but with the warm weather, they sort of go a little bit more yellowy, and most of it washes out. But as a visual thing, so I just thought, I'll just put it all in there. So it was only the really long ones that I kept out.
Yeah.
So it will be a limited thing.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll put some more up in the next week or so.
Some streams on my YouTube channel where I slowly hand wash locks of your Castledale. So,
we can always chat about it later.
Yeah, we can. So, it'll be a fun thing to do. So if you guys want to watch hand prepping of the fibers instead of them going through the big processes, it's always a fun task. It's a slow, because of how I do it, I'm a slow scourer. I literally pick out the locks and swish the locks in the fiber scour. Because I don't think everything needs hardcore scouring. Do you know what I mean? I like it to be a bit cleaner, but I don't like it to be squeaky. Does that make sense?
That's why. Well, I mean, if you're using you use Tantec, don't you?
Yeah,
so
I do.
It shouldn't be too squeaky. The only time I've ever made it really squeaky is when I used Morning Fresh. So I tend to use Unicorn and Tantec now.
How are your fiber? It's that's what I had.
Because a lot of people do, and a lot of people are happy with it. But if I was just doing Romney or something like that, then maybe it's okay. But if I'm going to be doing ultrafine merino, no.
Yeah, I agree with you. If I'm buying a really good quality fleece, which I feel I am when I buy one from you, I'm going to put a little bit of effort into it. I'm not just going to dump it in a bath with a big squeeze of Morning Fresh and poke it in and felt it.
No.
Because I have destroyed a few fleeces in my time, not understanding.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, because you do. It's a learning process for everybody.
Yes.
It's you've got to understand that different fleeces behave differently, and not just in spinning, but also in how they get washed and cleaned, and every step of the way. And that's why now I'm such the slow. Lock, one single lock. But because I also fine lace as well, one single lock goes a really long way.
It does. It does. And actually, you mentioned that. Well, with the advent calendars this year, the fiber advent calendars that I do.
Yes.
I've put in a new option. I had to take the Duchess ones off. But you have an options. I've got the 2 types because I've got the full advent calendar, which is basically all of December. And then I've got a 12 days of Christmas, which is just a small one. And you can have a 100-gram version a day or 50-gram version a day.
Yeah.
And for those, I've got what I call a fleecy holic version now. So instead of getting a whole heap of top,
Yeah.
you can get a whole heap of little bundles of different breeds, and some of it will be washed and some of it won't be washed, and you can go for your life and try different things.
Yep. That sounds awesome. I sent that link to my husband.
To do it.
It's like, hey honey, if you want to get me a thing before Christmas, this could be a thing.
Yeah, on the website, it's pay all or nothing, but I do have some people who want a bit of a payment plan. So just give me a buzz if someone wants a payment plan, and we'll sort it. That. It'll be good. And I did
like
put up
$50. 50 grams a day or 100 grams a day. That is a huge amount of fiber. Like for 24 days, or are you 24 or 25?
With the full Advent calendar, I do 24, unless Advent starts earlier, because sometimes Advent technically starts a couple of days at the end of November. So then I throw a couple extra in, but I don't think that's this year.
Yeah.
And then there's a nice big present for Christmas Day.
Okay.
Of which I vary what I put in, but it could be a calendar and fluff, or a mug and fluff, or I don't know, whatever I feel like being generous with at the time.
Oh. Annette is asking a question. I know this might be a silly question. No questions are silly, Annette. But is Castledale a very soft fleece? I love your colours.
Thank you, Annette. Soft is subjective, especially since I've got ultrafine merinos as well. So, however,
you're comparing to like a 14 micron fleece, whereas we don't all do that.
I want to put my hand on a fleece, my Castledale fleece, and be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so, and then you it's only later you think, oh, what was the micron of that?
Yeah,
because
really
it's not all about the numbers. It's got to be about how it actually handles.
Yeah. Well, Jackie spun some, and she says it's lovely and soft in her opinion. I've only spun the Duchess so far, so I can't really speak to the fleeces themselves yet, because mine's coming in the post when it's ready.
Yep. And there's a bit of variation. I mean, like the top at the moment, the last 2 runs of top have been about 24 micron. The first run I did, which was all from older sheep, I think the micron test was 27, but it still felt
still
nice.
Beautiful.
And but the one thing it does have is oof. It has a lot of.
It's definitely got some nice loft to it. So, and that's like when we were talking last night, and you were asking me what I was planning on making. I want to make a nice lofty cardigan, and I want it to be light, but I love the buffiness, which is not a technical term.
I'm sure there's something technical that measures that would influence the buffiness.
But I love that you've got that option to make a 2-ply that's going to be a DK weight yarn, but it's going to have that softness and lightness to it, as well as the diameter that you want. And I think it's going to make a beautiful sort of DK weight-ish sort of.
I hope so.
That's my goal. But it's like the stuff I've got, which is actually under the table, and I do pat it every now and again, is the Duchess. So, sorry about that. We've got Lego Bob says that I have some coming to learn to spin with, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good one for it's got stapling. Actually, here's something I prepared earlier.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and get all fancy here.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Yeah.
That never ends badly.
No, never. Okay. I've also got, yeah, so this is a little bit of the last Castledale top. Okay. I've just got to try and get this angled a bit better for you. I've got you on another device, but it's on lag, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's how long the fibres are in, wait a minute.
In the current Castledale
top.
batch. Yeah. That's a nice long length to learn on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's not slippery. But so that's the Castledale. And then, wait a minute. Dropping things everywhere here. That's not a good thing, is it? And then I'll just grab some merino, but now it's tangled and I can't get it undone.
That's when I made your screen big. We're watching you drop all the things. And...
Yeah. So put that over there. Okay, so this is the merino.
Yeah.
And so that's almost as long.
We can't see the Castledale at the moment. We can only see the merino, just so you know.
Wait a sec. Because of the lag on my other one, I can't see what I'm poking this thing at.
Oh, there we go. Down a bit. There we go. That's it. Stop there.
That's it.
Yep.
So that one's the merino and that one's the Castledale.
Yeah. So they look a similar length.
Yeah. They're all very good.
Yeah.
So that's why, and then both of those go into Duchess. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Castledale gives it a bit of boof, little extra boof.
I love that. And
I know we all like boof. Oops, I've just dropped stuff.
That's all right. We'll go like this. So you are pretty close to out of Duchess. So if you manage to score some Duchess on the website, then you're really lucky right now.
Yes.
How are you going with your Castledale on the website? Is there still a bit of that dyed up and
the fleece? There's still some colours, but they'll be pretty limited now. In terms of white, go for it. I've got some 500 gram packs, which I'm going to be winding off a lot of 500 gram packs.
Oh, awesome! That's a
because I haven't done them all in advance. I mean, I'll be tonight just winding.
Tonight, my job is winding mini skeins of soft clubs, soft kits, and then today I did a little count this morning, and I'll be dyeing the whole range again because I sold more than I thought I would, which is great. But now I've got to make more. But so you can make more with Castledale, but not with Duchess.
Yes. Well, I'll know more in the next day or so, but if I put any more Duchess up, it'll be only a handful of colourways, I would think.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
and I'll probably, I might even have to leave it for advent calendars. So
that's right. That's what I was about to say.
To make sure
not being able to get another run done until possibly the end of the year. So you don't want to leave yourself short for your advent calendars.
No, well, the advent calendars, I'm pretty sure we're taking pre-orders up until about the end of September. That gives me, because I assemble each one for each person. So you tell me what you don't like I hate green or I hate yellow. Yeah. And I make sure there's no green or yellow in it because we don't want horrible colours, do we? When it's a special present.
I have no idea that it was so individualized for each advent calendar.
That's why there's a big lag.
Like pinks and purples. Is that doable in an advent calendar?
Yeah, what I sometimes do, and some people request it, is that they want a mix of colours that could end up as 1 or 2 projects.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a couple of pinks.
That
above your
one?
head. We'll find out. Is that the one?
That's, if that's the pink she wants, that's merino and merino iced confection. It's just got a couple of, see, it was all pink, but then a couple of little white bits snuck through. But they'll blend down.
Yeah. They'll disappear on your skin.
Yep. I'll put it there because I can't reach up.
Oh, look, it's definitely a bit like Bendigo on a Sunday, isn't it?
It is. I mean, at least we don't have the long drive home.
Or the pack up. No, pack up.
No pack up in 1 hour. That's the
other thing, isn't it? I'm going to bring Danielle in. Danielle, in your shed, do you guys have to be like, you're not allowed to start packing up till 4, but you
4
have to
o'clock
be by 6? Is that the same shed?
Yes, yeah. And that's always a challenge. I think the shortest pack up I've ever had is actually at the I think it was the Hand Knitters Market. We had an hour to pack up after the show, and that's really hard. And it's a one-day show. Yeah, and that's sort of this behind the scenes stuff. So guys, this is like secret shop talk, so don't listen too closely. But packing up takes a while, especially you've got all the you've got to pack everything away nicely. Make sure all
you don't want anything damaged either on the way home.
Exactly. So you've got to be really careful packing everything up. You've got to take down your stands, which can take a lot longer than you think it would.
And you normally have to empty the stands first, and so get everything else packed, but you can't pack anything else in your car until the stands are in.
Stands are in. Exactly.
Yep. It's like Tetris, and somehow, even though you're going home with less stock, it's always harder to pack the car on your way back.
I thought it was just me. I honestly thought it was just me. And I was always thinking, I know I've sold a lot of things. Why is this so hard? Because I'll take 2 days to load the car to go down to Bendigo, but then I only have an hour to load it to go back home.
Exactly. And can I say reversing a trailer?
Oh, I watched you do that last year. I was just like, oh my God, all right, guys, this is like the after 12 secret squirrel stuff. I've never driven with a trailer ever in my entire life. And we own a trailer. Like my husband has always done it. And I've never driven with a trailer. And I don't know why I haven't. I think I'm terrified. I really think that's what it is. It's like, oh, you need to do a tip run. I'm like, sure, yeah, you can do that, can't you, Tim? Yeah, I'm going out. Look at the time.
It's called practice, Chantel.
Oh,
and go to an empty car park.
You turn the wheel this way, the trailer goes the other way.
Driving a boat. You've got to think that it's going to go in the opposite direction than what you expect. So Leanne saying yes, the pack up must be so hard at the end of shows. The other thing is you're also tired.
Yeah.
Like being on your feet all day, and now you're loading the car, and
then you have to drive home.
Saying I do markets by myself, and it takes ages to pack up.
Yeah,
and Leanne's here leaning in to hear all the secrets.
I've got a good one for you, Leanne. I can fly a plane. Reversing a trailer harder.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know you could fly a plane.
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh, that's like, I'm definitely not even going to try to reverse a trailer. Honey, I can fly planes. It's harder.
There's no traffic around you. It's easy.
Oh my God.
You need an empty car park.
Yeah.
And then you practice that way. And a single axle trailer is always harder than a double axle trailer.
I I don't know what I've got. I have to check. It's a longer than usual trailer. We bought the 6x4 instead of the 4x4. I think it's still single axle. If it's only got one set of wheels, then yes. Yeah.
And a bit of weight in it can help to help to balance things out.
That if say, because I was considering one year bringing the load down in the trailer, and he said just like when you're coming home, make sure that you load everything in the trailer and have the empty space in the car, because an empty trailer, especially on such a long trip, will bounce around and do all sorts of stuff. You're better off with all the weight in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I was okay, and then didn't do it. Then I just squished it all in my car. Because I drive an X-Trail and I just load an X-Trail. That's it. That's all that comes down. I have the floor of the front seat is where my clothes go for the week. And I've got a thing with space. I can't handle anything I can't load the front seat. So that's where I just keep my handbag and snacks and sleeping bag and things like that. So it's low, because if it fills up, I feel like I'm like this, like the whole trip. And I can't. I did it for the first year, and I honestly felt claustrophobic. I'd get out of the car and be like, "Oh, thank God!" You know. So I don't do that now. So I just load to the roof with a skinny channel so that I can see. I can't, but if a policeman pulls me over, you sort of can. So I can see out the back of the car, but I just drive by the mirror. It's like, don't go behind me while I'm reversing. I've got a reversing camera now, so that's helpful when the car's loaded to the ceiling.
So, well, when I have the ute and I have a crate on the back, and then I put a tarp cover over the entire thing, it's like driving one of those delivery trucks where you cannot see behind you
can't see
at all.
Yeah,
and you can. I'd rather tow the horse float with nothing, with no crate, and at least then I can see everything. But if a Bendigo, I've taken to now, I have the back of the ute chockers with the stock, and I take the float and put all the hardware in it so that I could,
so you can see, so you feel more confident in the driving, because that's the thing. It's a long drive for all of us to get there, and we have to get there safely. There's a flying around, it's driving insane. We have to get there safely, and we have to get home safely. That's the thing, and that's one of the really big things about this digital event that I have loved is the no travel bit. I'm loving the no travel, and the no setting up, and the no packing up. And just being able to focus on sort of like you guys who are watching, and also just on keeping on creating. Because like as Wendy was saying the other night, this is something we can't normally do at Bendigo. If we sell out a Bendigo, it's gone. And you've got to wait weeks before it's back in stock again, because you've got to get home, then do a stock take, collapse and fall down for a little while, pull yourself back together, remember you're human, and then get back on with, human. And it makes it.
So a long drawbar. Unfortunately for me, I have to rent trailers, so I don't get a choice.
Yeah.
It's just
I think we've got a longer drawbar on ours. It's got a big long triangle. Is that the drawbar?
Sounds like it.
It's a big long triangle that comes to the tow ball bit.
Yep. And that's the bit that, like, if you jackknife, like the longer that is, the less you're likely to jackknife.
The less you touch the back of your car.
That's good.
Yeah, that's not good. And may I say, always use the chains.
Yes.
Because if you've done something really dumb and haven't attached the tow ball cover to the tow ball properly, and it bounces off when you go, you want chains.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
May or may not know.
Story.
Yeah. Bendigo may or may not.
And that may have just hit the nail right on the head about my Bendigo struggles. Don't forget, Chantel, even though you have made lots of sales, how much have you bought? So to bring it home. I mean, there could be a bit of that going on. But I do try to be good. Like every now and again, like what I'll do is I'm normally like good for a couple of years and then really bad. Because what happens is I go to Bendigo and I'm like, well, I didn't buy anything at last year. I'm going to make up for it and then some.
Sometimes it's just a beautiful silver alpaca fleece, and You can't walk past that.
You must I won't, but you must load that purchase in your car and take it home with you and be
It's
like,
not even a choice.
I'm sorry, passenger, if it's uncomfortable for you to sit like this the entire way home.
At least you're not taking the entire alpaca home.
I mean, there's that. That's truth
True.
right there.
I mean, it was always, I mean, the last time I had the stall and took sheep as well. So the sheep are in the back of the ute and everything's in the float, or vice versa. No, it was vice versa. So the sheep, well, whatever.
Somehow you squished everything in.
Yep.
Separately.
And it was actually easier once I told the sheep that they didn't have to come. It lowered my stress level by, this much.
Yeah.
And I could actually dawdle home because I didn't have to worry about the sheep. And look, I'm just going to stop at Bendigo Pottery on the way home that I've driven past for the last 20 years, and I'm going to stop and have a look. And I didn't have to worry about it. I've got a sheep in the float, and they're hot, cold, not getting enough oxygen, blah blah blah. So
yeah. Jack is making a point about how many jars of pudding balls do we buy? I mean, we basically have a bulk discount now with the pudding ball people.
Well, actually, I actually never got a chance to buy any at Bendigo, but that's okay because a few weeks later I'd be doing Hamilton Sheepvention and no stock, just the sheep, and a lot more time to wander around and go, oh, hi, just give me all the pudding balls. Okay, go now.
Well, you can order the pudding balls online. You just send them an email. They don't have them on their website, but you can send them an email.
Okay.
They have a bulk package.
I need to make my own, but
Intel package,
glass jars. They just ship it to you in a box.
That's cool because I've got the glass jars and I've kept them because they're beautiful jars.
They're gorgeous. Yeah,
obviously I need to refill them.
Yeah, that might be the way to go. Barb's saying a small furniture van with a tray that drops down, so you can just wheel all the hardware and stop. GPS and reversing camera. Barb, you're talking our language.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Oh,
I know. I want that.
That though, wouldn't I?
But I want a sheep handler first.
Oh dear. Oh yeah. Jackie says, unfortunately, those are very expensive, and that's why they're the dream, Jackie. And that none of us have one. That's right.
We have to have a dream.
That's right. We have to have a goal to focus on for next time when we eventually what's going to happen now is we're all going to be so soft and be all like, oh, but I don't want to drive all the way to Bendigo. Can't we have a virtual event?
Look, I've already had a couple of people who are not, like people I know say, hey, you should do this every year as well as Bendigo.
I've had the same thing, and I told Danielle about it. We're both like shaking, like no.
I think we're all having breakdowns.
I'm saying not anywhere around Bendigo time. That's for sure.
Hey, look, 3 months buffer on each side.
Christmas, but yeah, that's not good either. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jackie's explaining what pudding balls are. These balls are made up of Christmas pudding and chocolate, all mushed together. For those that love Christmas pudding, these are like crack. And they're delicious. But they're really quite big, so you do only need to have one in a serving. You just it's really hard to not eat more because it just
no. What's this? You only need one. No. No, just like, another one.
What's going to be really weird? The pudding ball company is going to be like, we've just had a massive influx of pudding ball requests. What is going on?
It's the post Bendigo, sort of buyout.
Everyone's just like, we need our pudding balls. Oh my god! Hey Danielle, next time we do it, we should talk to the pudding ball people and see if they want to have a
get them on. Yeah, get the pudding balls in. Pudding ball spotlight right there.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Game Widow says 1 per day, and then exclamation.
No, a jar a day.
I don't think that.
I don't think I could afford that.
Logan Council plumbing system could deal with me having a jar. I'm just moving on. These pudding balls are a bendy. If we wanted to email someone about them, who do we email? Oh my gosh, what is it? Is it like the Melbourne Pudding Company? Jackie, do you have a link for the pudding ball people? I don't have one handy.
No, either do I.
Jackie,
yeah. It's on you, Jackie. She's one of my YouTube channel, and so she's used to me just going, Jackie, is there a link for this? Just like lightning, a link will appear. Let's see if she makes a liar out of me. She does that sometimes too, just for fun. She tells me later, oh no, I just left you hanging.
Oh, she can't link. She's not a mod. The Australian Sheep and Wool Show. The Australian Sheep and Wool Show have put up a heap of links. So whether they've already got a link for them up.
Put for all seasons as to who you're Googling for. They're in Melbourne.
Yes.
Yes. So, like, highly recommend. Sorry. Like, what was that?
Chantel got me. No, I said Chantel got me addicted to the things. It's all her fault.
I'd never enable somebody to share in something awesome.
No. You'd walk back to the flower shed, you know, with the pudding balls in your arms, and I'd just go, oh, right. So,
Danny, I'm saying all the people who usually at Bendigo have been linked on the Australian Sheep and Wool Show page if people want to support the other vendors.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
They had left me off the list, but
no longer exist. Just so that you know, if it's a dead link, don't panic. Just find someone else.
Kim, I did that the last couple of days though. The Australian Sheep and Wool Show, they only put it out the last couple of days. I wasn't. A friend said, I saw the email come out, and I thought, oh yeah, like I'll deal with that later. And then a friend said, you're not on the list. I was like, ah. So I emailed in, but.
I didn't know anything about it
listed
until someone told me that the list was out, and I had looking on there, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't get an email.
They sent out an email on Thursday, I think it was. It was only Thursday or Friday.
Let me just check.
And you were busy. I mean,
we were busy.
Have I read my email Thursday? What date was Thursday? The 18th. Like how many? Oh gosh, you guys don't even want to know how many emails I get a day. Hang on. I sign up for
email accounts though?
Guys, I just want to say, a huge thank you to everyone watching and everyone who has watched, and especially to Chantel. Big round of applause. She's
applauding you guys.
No, Chantel, you have talked for 16 hours. Over 4 days. It's incredible. Marathon effort.
I have enjoyed every second of it, honestly.
Oh, so good. And guys, you can follow Chantel on YouTube. She's got look up Fiberific on YouTube. I'll chuck a link in there.
Oh, thanks, Danielle. I'm trying to put a goal, you guys. So I recognize some of your names, so I do know some of you already do follow me over on YouTube. But we are trying to hit 5,000 and then I, as a celebration, I'm going to do a live die-along session so people can pick up a kit or a shopping list, and we'll actually die together, and we'll use food coloring so that everyone can just use their existing pans and things like that. And it'll be fun. Dying is
awesome
fun.
Idea.
Yeah. So it'll be a bit of a celebration, but we'll wait till we hit the 5,000 and then we'll set a date. So
I'm already following, so I can't follow again.
I know, that's okay. That's all right.
You can sign up some more accounts.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's so bad. It's the worst.
I take that back. Eat my words.
YouTube will literally purge them, and then my subscribers will drop, and I'll be like,
"Oh,
somebody doesn't like me anymore. What did I do?" Because
I do have. Oh well. I'm sure you'll get lots.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this, and having everyone who comes in and comments and ask questions, it just made it so much easier to make sure that that we were getting the information that you wanted as well. So that was really good as well. So thank you all to all of you who are watching it. I want to say a big thank you to Wendy and all the other guests that came on that just made it amazing. It made it easy for me to talk for 16
We
hours.
had so many guests. So I've got a list here, right? So just a reminder, we had Wendy from Beersheba right here. Oh, can I? Yeah, there. We had Ronelle from Cloverleaf Corriedale Stud, Erica from By Corolla Down Under, Julie from Dyed by Hand Yarn, Jennifer from Great Southern Yarns, and special guest US designer Mary Lou. We had Gail from Indie Road, Nick from Great Ocean Road, Woolen Mill, Sadie from Green Tea Yarns, June from Fortune Yarn Co. Watching June was one of my favourite.
She was so energetic.
Loved it. We had Claire from Fibre Arts Shed, Kathy from Cat and Sparrow, Tanya from Yarn Trader, Anna from Stitchcraft and Wizardry. If you haven't seen their beehive yarn holders, you need to check those out.
You need to check it out.
So good. We had Trisha from Cashmere Connections, who took us on a tour of the wool mill, which was amazing.
Which was awesome.
Yep. And I also just want to shout out to Skein Sisters, who've donated an amazing prize, $130 worth of value. The competition for that is still open. Head to the Skein Sisters stall in the Big Wool Show to find out how to enter. It's really easy. It is easy. And we're also giving away, thanks to Ronelle, 3 bags of Cloverleaf Corriedale Stud fleeces as well. So to enter that one, just jump onto Instagram or Facebook, find the picture with the fleeces, and there's some instructions there on how to enter. Also really easy. So we'll be drawing some prizes tomorrow after the wool show has finished, which is going to be super exciting. Just a reminder, if you've enjoyed our classes, make sure you go and follow our teachers on Instagram and Facebook and sign up for their mailing lists, because I know that they'll have more for us. We've got and Skein Sisters also organised for Julie from Cocoa Knits, which was really amazing, who presented this class on an introduction to the Cocoa Knits method. And I've seen a lot of really great feedback about that. So check that out today before the wool show finishes.
The wool show website's not finishing till 5. Is that right?
5's the official close, but I'll leave it open a bit longer because we've also got WA. I want to make sure that everyone over on the western side of the country can still enjoy. So it will be open till later this evening. And we're also raising money for the Indigenous Literacy Foundation, who do some really great work in our remote communities. And one of the why I sort of selected that organisation to donate to is that they actually promote creating sort of like the books and literature in local language, which is amazing. So if you've enjoyed the wool show, I'd really encourage you to get on and make a donation. The link is on our homepage. So
that's awesome.
Thank you, everyone. It's been amazing.
I've had the best time, honestly. Yeah. Now it's time for us to shop, ladies. We get to shop. It's like Sunday morning.
Thank you to you too.
There
might be something special in the mail.
Cool. So exciting. Thanks, Wendy. I mean, I've got fleece coming, so I'm just thrilled. I've learned a lot. I was just having a quick, I was bringing up, like, while you were talking, Danielle, sorry if that was distracting, but we had so many comments come through. I just needed to make sure that everyone had their, like, little chance to have their comment put up. But I was just reading some really encouraging and kind things that people are saying, and it's just like, thank you all for, like, letting us share with you our passions as well. And, one of mine is not just fibre and yarn, I'm a tech geek. So I got to play with new stuff. So I was just excited. So there were times when it didn't work how we wanted it to. But, we made it. And it's been a beautiful like so much fun. I've made so many new friends. I'm like making friends on Instagram now and things like that. So that's really cool too.
Yeah, it's been fun. And of course, it wouldn't be the Big Wool Show without all of you guys. So thank you so much.
So thank you all for coming and supporting.
Woo!
Well, I think that's it. I think we should say goodbye and we'll see you all next time.
Awesome.
Bye.
I miss you all.